What is going on, everybody? And welcome back to our regularly scheduled program. So, I've had some time with the ROG Ally X, and I've got to say, there's one type of game that completely changed my mind with the ROG Ally X, and that is fighting games. I've had a lot of time to test lots of different games in that category, and I've got to say that the D-pad with the ROG Ally X definitely makes this a more suitable handheld for fighting games than the original ROG Ally. And I've played a crap ton of fighting games on the original. The D-pad for the ROG Ally X is a lot more rounded and flat. It's somewhat of a rolling D-pad, and that makes it perfect for fighting games. Because no matter what type of movement I try with this D-pad on the X, it seems to register everything perfectly. And I've got to say that this handheld is very impressive in terms of what it can do overall. With its battery life and numerous other upgrades, I find that the most impressive upgrade of all is the D-pad. Now, of course, it doesn't work perfect with every single title out there, but in terms of fighting games, I think that the ROG Ally X is a match made in heaven. And of course, nothing is perfect. There are some times where the D-pad just doesn't register if I'm moving fast enough. But that's like 1% of the time that I've had with it. I've tried Tekken 8, Tekken 7, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 6, and all of the classic fighting games through EmuDeck. And I haven't run into any issues with response times, latency, or fluidity with this specific D-pad for the X. A lot of people are talking about the ROG Ally X because, of course, it just released, but not only that, it is a very impressive handheld overall. I think the way that Asus made the D-pad and the ergonomics of the X shows that they care a lot about this handheld and its model lineup. I can't wait to see what Asus will do next year with the ROG Ally and to see exactly how they upgrade this handheld overall. Now, I was hoping for something more aligned with the PlayStation 5 controller's D-pad, but of course we can't get everything, and I think this D-pad for the X is not only good enough, but it pushes the envelope as to how good a D-pad can possibly be with a handheld. Now, there are some people talking about how it doesn't specifically work very well with certain titles, but those titles are very niche and not a lot of people talk about them anyway. And I think the main focus with D-pads are fighting games. In particular, fighting games like Street Fighter. I even tried Mortal Kombat 11, and the D-pad worked extremely well with that too. But if you're looking for a handheld with all the features that you would ever want, including an awesome D-pad, and especially if you love fighting games, I think the ROG Ally X is a perfect match. But it is a little costly. It does cost $800, so that is a lot to ask for. But it is a premium handheld device. There's nothing that Asus left out. The analog sticks are a lot more firm than the original. The triggers and buttons feel slightly better and more premium. And the D-pad overall feels just the best. But yeah, I've been having such a great time with the ROG Ally X, and I just love it. The D-pad sealed that thought for me. But yeah, what do you guys think about the ROG Ally X's D-pad? Have you been trying out fighting games with it? Do you even have an ROG Ally? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. There's a lot more videos to come on the ROG Ally X. Later.
Get ready for the next battle.
Shit is fast as shit.